welcome back to Tango class. I'm Anne Marie. Today's class, I'm excited about what we're going to be doing. We're going to be working with this step called Corte. There's a lot of variations with Cortes. What we want to do today is start with a simple Corte and hopefully get to some rock to Cortes. So I'm going to ask my partner John to come out with me first and demonstrate to music the simple Corte, and he's going to also intertwine that with some of the things we've already learned in these virtual classes, like the promenade right turn and a basic. So, John? So the first step we're going to do today is, like I said, the simple Corte, and it's the same timing as your basic, so we're going to precede it by a basic, and I'm going to invite John back up to teach the leader's part first. John?
The leader's going to start with their left foot moving forward into their basic. Forward, forward right, forward left, side and slightly back, right, close left foot to right foot. He then takes a Corte. This is the left foot going side and slightly back, slow. We walk forward or recover and add your tango close. Once again from a different angle, the forward basic. Walk forward, left, left, forward right, forward left, side right, close left to right. Side slightly back with the left, recover forward right, forward left, side, close. Our rhythm, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. Corte, slow, tango, close.
Thank you, John. So here's the follower's part. I'm going to start with the follower's basic first. So she will begin with her right foot, stepping back, back on the left foot, back on the right foot, side with the left foot, close the right foot to the left without weight. Then she will be invited to step forward with her right foot. Forward on the right, back on the left, back on the right, side with the left, close with the right foot without weight. From a different angle, just step back on the right foot, back on the left foot, back on the right foot, side with the left foot, close the right foot to the left without weight, step forward on the right foot, replace the weight to the left foot, step back on the right foot, side with the left foot, close without weight. Now for the follower's timing, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow. Again, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow. And now I'll invite John back up to try this with me. We're going to demonstrate it without music, and then we're going to talk about some of the technique and lead and follow that's involved in executing this step and enjoying it. So we're going to start with the basic, ready, and slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. Corte is slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. From another angle. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow. Okay, and I'd like to invite John now to talk about the leader's part and what he does to make this inviting to the lady. But before I do that, I just want to talk about what happens here as the lady coming forward. Normally, she's getting a lot of backward movement, so all of a sudden she has to go forward. And that can feel quite abrupt and uncomfortable if it's not done properly. So, John?
But the gentleman always invites the lady to do something. We never force her to compel her to do something in dance. So in order to prepare the lady for the corte, on the previous tango close, which is the quick, quick, slow portion of your tango basic, the gentleman wants to soften his right knee as he finishes his tango close. It looks like this. Quick, quick, slow, and soften into the right knee, and this way he can then take his left foot side and slightly back, comfortably without abruptly changing the lady's direction. It gives her time to respond to the direction change. He recovers forward. Make sure that stays nice and level as you recover forward, so you don't want to pop up like a Pop-Tart. And then take your tango close to complete your movement. One last thing I see for the gentlemen many times, when they first start this, they think it's sort of like a lounge chair going back. So they lunge back and they take their shoulders back, so they look like they're laying back in a lounge chair on the beach. Gentlemen, we want to avoid that. We want to keep our body upright so that we're in an upright position over our left foot. So from a side view, you can see that. You can see my body is upright and it's not leaning back. If I were to lean back, it would pull the lady forward onto her nose, essentially. When we recover forward, again, it's level through the knees, and then you take your tango close and complete your step. And hopefully your ladies had a fun corte.
Okay, for the lady's part, she is hopefully being, as John put it, invited to step forward. So you have to realize she's coming from a tango basic. She's going back, and she's going back, and all of a sudden she's asked to go forward. And so I have to sense through his body that he's leading me to step forward. My right foot is free. Once I'm invited to do so, I must take, important here to take a heel lead. So a heel lead means just that I will lead with the heel of my right foot as opposed to the toe. So what I see a lot of times is what I call sliding into first. They slide in like so. And it's just very kind of abrupt and not very attractive, I would say. But we want to make it very comfortable and natural when we dance. So I'm going to walk into that step. So the first thing I think of doing is, in going forward, is taking that heel lead. And then as I feel that this is a corte step, I'm going to bend that knee along with the leader that's leading me. I'm also going to point this back foot so that the toe turns out, and there's some pressure on the inside edge of my big toe. A lot of times I see that this toe gets turned in like, that foot gets turned in like that, and you can see it's a completely different line, not as attractive. The toes actually go away from each other in this step, so as I step forward, the right toe is going this way, the left toe is going that way, in two different directions. And I have this leg is straight, and this leg is bent. It's going into the corte. So that's two very important things that have to happen. And lastly, there's a shape for the follower that's different than the leader. He is up straight, very straight, and not, like John said, not leaning back or forward. So you want to think of him as a vase and the lady as a flower coming out of the vase, and she's able to, once she gets her foot in place, she's able to stretch up and back a little bit, so she has sort of a curve from the left toe all the way up to the top of her head. So instead of her coming in like this, which also can happen, I've seen that happen, they're sliding with their right toe, and they're letting their whole top block of weights, including the head, to go forward. I'm going to instead take the hips forward and the head back. So I'm going to demonstrate that with John, if he would allow me to dance with him here. And just as I step in with my right foot, and then I'm able to take my head back, and then replace the weight and tango close. So that's what we would like to see in the Corte. And now we're ready to go on to our second figure. We hope you enjoyed the first figure. The second is a variation off of this Corte, and it's a rock to Corte. So in the rock to Corte, we can do them without turn and with turn. So John and I are first going to demonstrate a rock step, what it is. It can go in any direction. We're both going to start with our left foot to go forward and go rock, step. So it's two weight changes. We can also go back. I'm going to have us go back on our right foot, rock, step. So rock steps are always a quicker beat, a quicker rhythm. They're smaller steps, and they can turn or they cannot turn. So we're going to show it both ways. So the rock to Corte will demonstrate. We did it in the demonstration with music, but we're going to demonstrate it now. Before we do it, we're going to do a curved basic first, or two curved walks. Let's do two curved walks. 1, 2, and now we're going to do rock, step, Corte, and no turn again. Rock, step, Corte. And at the end, we'll do a tango close. Again, two curved walks. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, and tango close. So that's without turn. We can add the turn as we get a little more comfortable with it without turn. So, John, would you like to demonstrate the leader's part again?
Yes. Rock to Corte. We just did what we call a plain vanilla version without turning the rock step. We'll see that a little bit later. We will turn the rock step when we demonstrate it once again. But it starts off with two curved walks. So those two curved walks are part of your tango. So it starts curving walk, curving walk. You can then take the left foot forward, check, replace back to your right foot, go to your Corte. Recover forward to the right foot. Repeat again, check forward left, back right, back to Corte, recover forward right foot, and go to your tango close. From a different angle, we have walk left forward, right foot forward. Left forward check, right foot back, left foot back to the Corte, right foot recovers forward. Left foot forward on a check, back right, back left to the Corte, forward right, and tango close. Our rhythm is slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. From the other angle, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, tango close.
Thank you, John. The follower's part, starting with the right foot, she's going to do two curving walks. So she goes back on the right, back on the left. Then she's going to do, followed by a rock step, which is, John described, a checking action, which is basically a rock step. So he's going to change my direction, back, replace, forward, replace, repeat, back, replace, forward, replace, and then tango close. I'll explain that again. Different angle, back on the right, back on the left. Back right, replace to the left foot. Forward on the right foot, replace to the left foot. Repeat. Back on the right, replace to the left foot. Forward on the right, replace to the left foot. And then back on the right, side with the left, and close. I'm going to do the timing, but I'm going to do components as well. So I'm going to start with 2 walks for slow, slow. Then I'm going to proceed with a rock step to a corte. Rock, step, corte, replace. Quick, quick, slow, slow. Now I'm going to do a tango close. Quick, quick, slow. We're going to do that together. The rhythm is slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. Thank you. All right, so that is our rocked corte without any rotation. And now we're going to proceed to add some rotation to the rock part of the corte. There's no rotation in the actual corte. The preceding rock, there is rotation. So I'm going to have John demonstrate the leader's part on that.
So you've learned that there's a curved basic in our tango basic, our curved basic. So we're going to take those 2 curved walks, and at the end of the second curved walk, we're going to increase the amount of curve or rotation to create a turning rock step. So we'll take forward left, forward right. I'm going to increase my torque or rotation and take a rock turn into my corte. I recover with no turn. I must reinitiate the turn for the next rock step. So I reinitiate, turn, rock, step, take my corte, I recover, and tango, close. Once again, just from a little bit different angle, we take a forward walk, increase my torque or turn, and take rock, turn, corte. I recover with no further turn. Continue now to add more torque into my rock step, turn, step, corte, recover, and tango, close. As you can see in that demonstration, I made a complete rotation. And that's the idea behind turning a rock to corte, to get one complete revolution, 360 degrees, if you can. If you get a little bit less than that, that's fine in the beginning. Eventually, you'll get it all the way up to 360. Anne-Marie?
Okay, for the follower's part, she's basically going to follow the amount of rotation that the leader gives her. But I will, for the sake of learning, you should always learn your own part and always practice amounts of turn as the follower so that you are well prepared to turn, not turn, whatever the leader hands you. So turn is initiated through the body, so I am going to show you through the body how the turn is initiated as when we finish the step together, when we get to the technique part. Okay, so I'm going to start with 2 curving walks, 1, 2, and then I'm going to turn the rock to the corte, quick, quick, slow, slow, and repeat. Quick, quick, slow, slow, and tango, close. So like John mentioned, our goal is to make about a 360. So I'm going to now talk about a little bit about from the follower's point of view, what I'm following in the hips when I come together with John. So if the leader starts to rotate, I can feel it through his hips. And my hips will start to rotate with his. You can see this turn starting to happen for me. I also need to remember that I am a split second after whatever the leader's doing. I'm reacting to that. So that gives me time to react. Now a lot of time to react. If he's going to turn the next step, I can tell through his body that this rotation is going to happen. Quick, quick, and there is no rotation in the corte. So you don't want to keep turning, or you're going to run into some problems there. Then replace the weight and repeat. So rotate together and then corte. And then also the tango close could have no turn and up to probably a good 3/8 of a turn would be fine with that. So he can continue the rotation on the tango close. By the way, a tango close is just this. As the leader, it's forward on the left, side, close, those three movements, and the follower is back on the right, side, close. It happens after every tango figure. It's at the end of it, and so that you can kind of tell when something's going to end and when something new is going to begin. All right, so we talked about the rotation. I want to show you what happens is in a couple of the couple instances that if we rotate the Corte, which people start to do, we're going to do a rock, we're going to keep rotating the Corte. We're going to end up not being together. So the Corte must stop the rotation before you step back as the leader. So turn, turn, no turn. Okay, and again, turn, turn, no turn. Take no close. And that is our figures for you today for tango. But thank you for joining us, and we look forward to the next lesson in tango, where we will be exploring how we're going to take the Corte and also add a swivel action, something we did in last week's lesson. Thank you, and have a great week. Everybody stay safe.